Okay, I think everything should be good now. Hello? Hello, it's been a while. Hello? I haven't seen you all in like 3 months, I believe. Hello? As I am patiently waiting to see if Isaac's gonna die or not. I hope you're all doing well. Happy spook stream before Halloween. The one. How have I been? I've been existing, trying to exist. It's been interesting. It's been an interesting just year in general so far. I'm just trying to get Isaac to not die on me. Aren't we all like that? Kinda, sorta, I suppose. God damn it, it crashed again. And I apologize. Ever since they added in this stupid online play beta thing that they're doing, it's kind of just been harder to play this game properly. Also, I don't blame you for not watching it, Martin. Hello, Mart. But since I've been away for a while, it's been like 2 months. Thought I was muted. I hope I'm not muted. There's a little bit of a delay. It's not there's like a 30-second delay between what I say and what you hear. But other than that, it should be fine. I hope. Again, it's been a while. Okay, good, I'm not. What was that song in the background? Oh, those are two songs from Pokemon Legends ZA. What do I think of Kirby Air Riders? I have not seen the direct yet. I know. I should have, but I wasn't awake for it, and it was an hour long. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and see everything about it. Alright, I think we might be should be good. Alright, perfect. We're gonna be starting today with some Isaac. There we go. It seems great. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It is a little bit insufferable that people can't show up about the Mario Kart comparisons, but other than that, it's looking to be very good. Oh dear God, what is all this? Oh no! No! It was all going so well! What happened? Where's Nightmare in Dreamland? Nightmare in Dreamland is tomorrow. That is specifically a Halloween thing. We'll try Isaac. Isaac, will you work for us, sir? I couldn't even read what that said. It said something about properties. Fuck. If Isaac won't work, I do have to back up, don't worry. If Isaac doesn't work today, I'll definitely make sure he's working for tomorrow at least. I could play Darkstalkers. I probably should do my yearly playthrough. Oh, I forgot this game opens up odd. There we go. So in the meantime, I have a good old buckshot roulette. Your audio is a bit messy. It goes loud and low while you talk. Oh, well, I have it so that when I talk, the audio in the background, uh, it quiets down a little bit. Shouldn't be anything wrong with the microphone audio. Oh, okay. It's okay now? Okay. So we're gonna do a bit of this. Pass the time. Since Isaac is sadly not working for us. Can I give you a mini review of this game? It's fun, and it's even more fun with friends. Like, this game has a multiplayer system now where you can play with up to 4 people. It's a very quick game. Probably it's I think it's better if you just experience it for yourself, honestly. Is this similar to Lethal Company? No. This game is essentially a game of chance. As you can see, there's now 2 blanks, 1 live round. I can either choose to shoot myself, or I can choose to shoot him. If I shoot myself with a blank, I get to go again. The goal is essentially to make sure that you have more points than your opponent. It is essentially Russian roulette with a shotgun. I'll risk it on myself because there's 2 blanks. This game gets very chaotic with multiple people. Three lives, 2 blanks. Hello, Incognito. As you can probably tell, things have been going interesting. Because we're playing shotgun roulette. Or, correction, buckshot roulette. By the way, this game has a fantastic short film on YouTube. I recommend people watch it. Legitimately fantastic. Now introduces items, and these items will influence specific things. For example, wait, no. I can't put it down. Fuck. So I can use this knife to cut off the end of the barrel, which will cause me to do 2 damage instead of 1. Handcuffs will make the person currently skip their turn. Fuck you. What else we get? Magnifying glass lets you see what's inside. Lets you see what's currently in the chamber of the gun. Could I see this game getting any content in Smash? No. Almost certainly not. I was gonna skip my turn. Be a very funny assist trophy. Lives, 2 blanks. I don't even know if this game's available on the Switch. Boom. I only know of this game through a DB matchup with Xiong and from Squid Game. Outside of that, I've seen next to nothing about it. It's a very small niche product. I believe the guy that worked on it's already working on another game. But yeah, he added like online matchmaking, added a multiplayer mode. It's highly replayable because of just, you know, random chance. There's a bunch of achievements for like beating this game with certain like things, like certain limitations. Smash Ultimate modding scene is getting better and better each day. Paper Mario just got modded into the game and it's really good. Knuckles is also there. I didn't even see how many live or blank shells there were. One live, two blank. All right. Oh, so yeah, cigarettes heal you. Sure, why not? Let's get reckless. That's one blank. Also another blank. Thoughts on Silk Song? I beat the game fully. Got through Act 3, you know, got the true ending of the game. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I definitely think there were some things that needed to be taken a little bit further in QA. I'm very surprised that there are some things that got into the game and at the quality that they were. I was about to say, that was like 2 blanks. Problem is that this fucker's just gonna chain me to death now because of that. Okay. 50-50. Well, you lost the 50-50. For example, I think a lot of the enemies dealing double damage for no reason is kind of excessive hit points. Oh dear God, please. No, the CPU doesn't cheat. If anything, the CPU is kinda dumb. Man has so many knives. You know, sir, I'm just gonna take this moment to enjoy a nice cigarette, get myself back up to full health before I take this gun and I blow your head smooth off. Money. I don't speak German neither. I'm here for money. Money. And don't forget the quarter. But yeah, on the point of the Smash modding scene getting better and better, I'm glad it is getting better, but honestly, it still has such a fucking long way to go. Do I think Smash Switch 2 will be a new game or a port? They would be insane to not make a new game. You already have Smash Ultimate working better on the Switch 2 than basically it was on the Switch 1. Double or nothing. Have I ever played Savannah Sam? I don't even know what that is, honestly. I think that the Smash Ultimate modding scene needs people that actually like know things about animation. The animation quality on most characters out there is it's a little rough, to say the least. Oh, so yeah, you got phone. Phone will use it and it'll basically have a chance to tell you the upcoming shell. The fourth shell is a live round. And right now, blank. The Paper Mario, it isn't too noticeable. Well, that's because they're trying to, imitate the Paper Mario animation style, which genuinely isn't that difficult to replicate. Thoughts on HDR? I like the gameplay, though I'm not really impressed with a lot of the modded characters that they've added. It was either them or Ultimate S that was adding a bunch of characters that looked a little lackluster. It doesn't matter. From what I've seen, HDR's gameplay changes are good. Alright, so it said the fourth show was alive, so this one's a blank. I'll blow your head smooth off. The fuck is that? I have never seen that item before. "50-50 chance to regain 2 charges, if not lose 1 charge." Hang on a second. Sure, why not? He'd be funny. Oh, nothing happened. Neat. I could say a Xenoblade Chronicles 3 rep, but that's inevitable. I mean, a lot of characters feel like they're inevitable. And as for what, again, what somebody asked, what do I think they're going to do for Smash on Switch 2? I think that they're basically just going to make it the biggest Smash game yet. And there'll be a bigger focus on character ideas or whatever that Sakurai maybe wanted to do in the past, but wasn't able to due to, you know, system restrictions. All right, Mart. Take care, man. I'll see you later. Hopefully, you'll be able to join us tomorrow for Halloween. Yeah, it's good seeing you again, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna steal one of your items, sir. Yeah, sure, I got two of these. Why not? Boom. Boom. CPUs in Smash Brothers are so obnoxious they'll perfectly dodge almost every single attack, but then randomly do something stupid. You don't learn much from them. I mean, yeah, that's usually why people don't recommend that you. I didn't check. I didn't even see the shields. Fuck it. Boom. Yeah, it's usually why people don't recommend trying to learn off of CPUs. Oh no. What an asshole. Oh no. One live, one blank. I'll take that risk. Oh, you were feeling real good a second ago. Oh, you were feeling really good a second ago. All right. One live, one blank. Do I know anyone who owns a gun? I know many Americans. But owning guns aren't usually something that's done in my neck of the world. Seventh shell live round. Oh fuck, that's so far away. You know what? That's a neat magnifying glass you got there, sir. Die. Double or nothing. Fuck yeah. I live in Scotland, but some farmers have own guns to keep pests away from livestock. I mean, that's pretty standard. But in terms of, like, owning it for home defense, not really a common commodity here in Canada. I could swap the polarity of those shells at any point. Just swapped it there. This one's live. Chad, I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. Haha, wouldn't it be funny if you shot yourself instead? Fuck. Should have handled that better. How about, fuck you. Three blanks, 2 live. Oh, that's really neat. Because I'm now going to do this. It's live now. that really necessary? What would you do to improve Sonic and Smash Brothers? That. That's just lowering his run speed a little and replacing his side special with something else. I said it before and I'll say it again. So many of Sonic's issues are not his fault. Please shoot yourself. Thank you. Thanks for doing the job for me, pal. Sonic's biggest problem is that he's constantly put in games where there's no opposition to his running speed. There's nothing that can contend with it. This isn't like a Marvel vs. Capcom situation where, yeah, there are characters that are really fast on the ground, but then you also have to keep in mind the differences between run speed and air speed. What I'm saying is that if you want to fix Sonic, you need to put him in a game where there are more mechanics to help keep his speed in check. I personally believe that if you want to do that, fuck. Personally believe that if you want to do that, you gotta put in wave dashing. Hell, let some characters fucking triangle dash. Because why not? This might kill me. Never mind. Whatever happens, happens, sir. A triangle dash is essentially an alternate way of wave dashing in games like Marvel 3. It's essentially for flying characters. So instead of like constantly just pushing dash, dash, crouch, dash, crouch, dash, crouch, you're not moving in a straight line. You're moving in like a zigzag. So you like dash up and then dash downwards into the floor. So you're like moving in a zigzag pattern. And people call that a triangle dash. Yourself, it'd be funny. That's not funny. No, you. That's nice. 50-50 odds. I'm gonna waste all this man's items. Oh, you can't take those. Damn. Well, I'm taking your cigarettes. Maybe they could give Sonic the same speed as the captain. No, Sonic should be the fastest character in the game. By a notable margin. I sincerely disagree with that. It'd be very funny if you hurt yourself. Damn. 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 Fucking boozled. Ah, why not? Fuck you. Shit. Shoot yourself again, it'd be funny. I'd keep all his other special moves the same. Besides, special is by far the most problematic move he has. Well, if you return to like Smash 4 Spin Dash, it probably wouldn't be as bad. It's just the property differences between Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate that make it such a fucking problem. Who do I think is the second worst designed Smash character? Probably Lucario. Lucario seems about right. Like, Lucario is a genuinely awful character design that I don't understand how it's gone this long without being fixed. Like, people being mad at the fact that Ganondorf is a clone of Captain Falcon is very legitimate, but the general problems with Lucario's, like, mechanics just are so palpable. They're so, like, overwhelmingly bad. Good job. That I don't understand just, like, how they can't just acknowledge they made a fuck up and they need to fix it. Like, I just can't imagine that somebody at the development team just thought to themselves, let's make a comeback mechanic where the player has literally no control over it. The idea of aura is not bad. It's the execution of it that's bad. Surgical light. I'd cut out Lucario next game and he can come back as DLC. He's too popular to do that. He's never going to be cut. How would I change the aura mechanic? Strip it down and completely redesign it. basically what's necessary at this point. But yeah, I would probably redesign the concept of aura from the very beginning. I would, well, actually, I can't give away too much because I am completely redesigning aura to be a much more functional mechanic than what it is now. But I think the main thing that needs to change with aura is that the player needs to have some notable semblance of control over how much damage they're both taking and potentially mitigating. Fuck. Oh, good. Please be alive. Well, I'm fucked. Goodbye, world. Fuck. But yeah, Lucario is a clear example of a character whose mechanic just needs to be removed and just redesigned from the ground up. It just doesn't work. A combat mechanic that purely relies on another party doing the heavy lifting for you is just not good. How would I change Lil Mac? I would give him instant turnaround like the fighting game characters, and I would make it so that his aerials aren't as bad, because generally speaking, his recovery is already bad enough as it is that I don't think his aerials need to suffer in order to balance out his aerial game. If you make his aerials like not have very few to like non-existent follow-up potential, you basically don't have to worry about his aerials being weak. You can just have them be average. Boxers in fighting games are almost purely ground-based anyways, so again, it was very extreme balancing that really didn't do the character any sort of favors. I don't think he needs better mobility. He's already the third fastest character in the game. Just lean more into the footsie gameplay style and you'll probably have a character that turns out to be pretty decent. Reward more ducking out of the way of hits than armoring through them. I think that his armor needs to go. That's one thing. There should be a better way of making a more dominant, grounded character than just by giving them armor on everything. Oh, Ike needs better mobility. They either need to make him faster or they need to make him hit even harder. Because it feels like he doesn't do either of them as well as he should. Ah, sure, why not? I'll test it on myself. But I'm sending you to Tampa, Florida. Ike's forward air used to be really strong, but now it just feels a little flimsy. Ike was always like a faster character in his game, so I don't know why they went out of the way to try and make him the slow, heavy-hitting character. Do I agree Hector should be an echo for Ike? No, I don't even know where the fuck that idea even came from. Motherfucker. Dick. No, but yes, no, a axe user should not be a clone of a sword user. Axes and swords are not used in the same way. They should not be used in the same way. I definitely feel like ever since I got more into D&D, I've been a lot more anal about these kinds of characters being clones of each other. Or echoes of each other, I guess. Because, like, there's no way in hell that an axe user should fight anything like that of a sword user. Even if it's a great axe and a great sword. I'm gonna use these. You can't use them. Perfect. Ike is a character who excels at punishing opponents, but can't really force opponents into punish setups. Zoners shit all over Ike generally. Well, that's kind of what happens when you're big and you're slow. I would like to see Fire Emblem tackle more types of gameplay. Like an actual, like, lance or spear user and an actual axe user. Hell, just the way that a character like Lynn uses her sword is already so different from that of, like, the other characters in Smash. It's just that I'm tired of characters using broadswords and long swords. Please, for the love of God, use something different. I'm not giving you an opportunity. I'm gonna take these. Just because I can. Why would a sword and axe play differently in a fighting game? Explain the difference. Swords are generally more versatile in how they can attack. Axes purely are reliant on vertical swing, on swing damage. The way that somebody handles an axe is notably different than the way that somebody is supposed to handle a sword. I'm sorry, I BM'd you. I didn't even realize that all of that wasn't necessary. But yes, an axe can't thrust. An axe can only do chopping damage. So there needs to be far more focus on the way that a character moves their body to attack with horizontal or vertical chops when using an axe. It has a general lack of versatility, and that's probably why axes tend to lose to swords when in combat. Well, at least the second one's gonna hit properly. Oh, I've never seen him do that animation before. Lives, 2 blanks. For Smash 6, I'd eliminate Corrin, Chrom, and Lucina, but we can keep the rest. I think that if you don't have a really good reason to cut the character, then they probably don't need to go anywhere. We're moving past the era of we need to cut characters for the sake of cutting characters. Most characters weren't even cut. I'm dead, aren't I? Yes. Fuck. Most characters weren't cut simply because the developers wanted to cut them. They were cut due to constraints of some sort. And I don't see a lot of these constraints repeating themselves with Smash 6. If anything, I think the best thing you could do is make either Chrom or Lucina their own character and have them be echoes of each other. That's probably the best thing you could do for those characters. Corrin's decently unique. Not taken as far in some areas as they could be, but they're still unique as far as, you know, Fire Emblem's fairly basic cast goes. Oh, that's so far away. What am I gonna do with that game? Yeah, sure, why not? YOLO. Corrin is wasted potential. I agree. They could have gone a lot further with the character. I've said before, and I'll say it again. Corrin did excite me when they were being announced because I did see, like, Darkstalkers elements in their character design that did intrigue me. But those elements are so few and far between and just not executed as well as they could be. Kind of killed the momentum when I actually got a chance to play as them. Good job. Yeah, I don't really see them cutting any I don't really see them cutting any Fire Emblem character if they can afford to do so. That was the last round, though, isn't it? Oh, God. Been split. Let's see what that first shell is. Boom. Yeah, the biggest problem with Corrin, in my opinion, is aside from the fact that they didn't push the body morphing as far as they should have, it's just that their gameplay feels very uninspired. There's really nothing to it that helps separate it from the other Fire Emblem characters. Hello, Crubbington. Don't mind me. Just getting shot in the face and buckshot roulette. Maybe Foresight could be reworked to be a unique parry. Photon Edge could be reworked to have a less messy design, but otherwise I wouldn't change much about their moves. What are my thoughts on Aegis? I think the Aegis are fine. I think the final smashes for the Fire Emblem characters makes a lot of sense for what it is. It doesn't need to be big and flashy. A big, powerful single hit is probably more than enough, honestly. And that hit has a lot of impact to it, so I don't really have a problem with the critical hit final smashes. I like Marth's final smash better than I like Corrin's toilet final smash. It's a generic and uninspired name, but when you get a critical hit in Fire Emblem, it's a big fucking deal. Or at least it was in the earlier games. I guess I should also mention that I do like how, I do like how some characters add their own spin to it. Like, Roy's critical hit is also really cool, because it adds a bunch of, you know, cool fire effects. Chrom's Final Smash just looks stupid, but it's somehow better than Byleth's. Well, the problem with Chrom's Final Smash is that it looks like a generic move. Because it is a generic move that he can perform in Fire Emblem Awakening. Like, the animation is the exact same. They kind of should have just given him his own unique spin on critical hit. What is Corrin even supposed to be? They're a dragon. And I think they could have gone with Tiki if they wanted a genuinely interesting dragon character, but... Or what are they called? Maniquettes? I like the dynamic camera angles of Chrome's Final Smash. That's probably the only thing it's got going for it, but I agree. Oh, ain't that neat? A Fire Emblem character who doesn't fight with a weapon directly would be cool. I mean, how many options do you have for that? Probably like the mages and Tiki. You know what? I don't care for fucking her trophy got cut from Smash 4. Make Tarja playable. Make like a true like dark mage playable in Smash. Because Nosferatu ain't cutting it. I should have cuffed you to the table. God. Do we need Awakening rep number 4? Probably not. I wouldn't mind if they went back and add like the Black Knight though. That'd be really cool. The Black Knight's probably like the only genuine Fire Emblem character I want. Because his design is like one of the coolest things to come out of Nintendo in general. Well, shit. What if Tharja was a rectangle and she was called Tharja Bug? I have a soundboard for this somewhere, I'm pretty sure. I'll put myself in that so I can...
Mommy milkers.
I forgot that's what happens when I join one of my fucking Discords. Ignore that. My response is this. I mean, the Black Knight was a Dark Souls boss before Dark Souls existed. Like, you could straight up just drop his ass into, like if they made, like, another Dark Souls, and they had, like, an exclusive version on the Nintendo Switch where you fight him as a boss, he'd fit seamlessly into the aesthetic of that game. Where the hell is the plane? LG, ain't that a fucking shame? I know Samus can be taken in a couple of ways, but I think regular Samus could be based more on 2D Metroid, while Dark Samus takes more inspiration from 3D Metroid. It's thematic to how Phazon gets worse and more dangerous the longer it's left to fester. Charge Shot fits Dark Samus better, in my opinion. I personally think that thanks to Metroid Prime 4, we're not going to see a notable change to Samus at all. I do not think we're going to see a change to Samus. Or at least not a notable change. Like, I don't think we're getting Metroid Dread Samus. I think we're at a point where if they want to represent Metroid Dread, Ravenbeak is right there. The slower pace of Metroid Prime 4 is also probably going to lead to the lack of necessity to change Samus that much. Sure, I'll take that chance. Fail it. Fuck. Do I think we get Silux? I say it's DLC. I just swapped the line. Oh, thank God you're fucking stupid. Sakurai is no longer head director? We don't know that. Nobody knows that. I think Silex would be a better DLC character. I also think she really needs better animations. Currently, they're way too stiff and robotic, lacking in a lot of personality. I mean, they're inspired by her animations from Metroid, from Super Metroid, so... How much personality can you get in a suit that's that big and heavy, anyways? Yeah, the dream is that we get both Silux and Ravenbeak at some point throughout the next game's lifespan. Really? We're starting with this? Is Tracer an inevitable character? I would argue she's not even evitable. I just got chained to death immediately. Motherfucker. Okay, I'll give this one more go and then I'm gonna swap games. Something different. I wouldn't say she's purely based off a 30-year-old game. I would say that a lot of what she's based off of are like the core elements of Metroid that probably haven't changed very much. Yeah, Overwatch did fall off very hard. All right, it's my turn to be the asshole at the beginning of the game. Pain. I think Samus could at least have better feeling movement and small reworks to some of her specials. It'd be nice. Fuck. You think we should get a Paladin's character instead of Overwatch? I don't even think Paladin. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Croppington. I don't even think Paladins is on anyone's radar in general. Alright, games. Am I gonna swap to though? That's the $1,000,000 question. I mean, yeah, Paladins got on Nintendo before Overwatch did, but how many people are still playing Paladins in today's day and age, or even talk about Paladins in today's day and age? The game has basically fallen off tremendously. Some would argue if it was ever on to begin with, but it definitely is not on anybody's radar anymore. League of Legends could work, but I don't know who'd be chosen. I got a bunch of choices for that, but you know what? They already have their own fighting game. So I'm not too like overly excited, or I'm not really thoughting after a potential character being in Smash from said game. Oh, I'm sure Rainbow Six Siege has characters that you could potentially put in Smash, but that's another game that nobody's really paying attention to either, sadly. Then it's Ubisoft. We don't want to talk about Ubisoft. What am I going to play? Do you have any opinions on Kirby Air Riders? I think it looks really good. I haven't had a chance to watch the last direct that happened, but I know that they added like a bunch of fan favorite characters. I know like Doroch and Marks and a couple of others are playable now. I saw gameplay of Mennonites on one of the new stages. The game looks gorgeous and runs amazingly, and I'm excited to see where that game goes in terms of longevity. I think it was mentioned it might not have any DLC, but it'd be a shame. That's the truth. Bandana D stocks are through the roof, and so are the stocks for every other modern Kirby character. I think Bandana D is a pretty safe choice to make, at least nowadays. We finally have Sakurai acknowledging Bandana D. Yeah, I know. What fucking timeline are we living in? I think I know a game I can play. It's not inherently spooky, but I've never played it on stream. I'm just going to quickly install it because it's only like 400 megs. And just like that, it's already done. I brought it up because I remember that newcomer likelihood stream you did a while ago, and you put him at 50-50 because we weren't sure how much he was on Sakurai's radar. That's true. I should redo that stream at some point. Probably sometime early next year, I'll redo that stream with more character options and what I think is like more definitive character choices. Do I think Rayman is getting in Smash 6? I think Rayman would be a great addition to the game, but fuck Ubisoft. My response to should Rayman be in Smash is play Clair Obscure. That's my response. Play Clair Obscure. Not registering my fucking controller. God damn it. Speaking of streams, you haven't done any plans for another CFB? I have nothing planned for that right now. No. It'll it'll happen at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, we're gonna play Pseudo Regalia. Since Ogrepon is getting a CC, does that mean that the Terapagos will? Why would Terapagos get one? Bro? Terapagos looks nothing like a fighter, like at all. The amount of options for music tracks in Beatmania IIDX alone is nigh endless. Like, could you imagine fighting on Battlefield with Scotty D's Drop the Bomb playing in the background? I don't know who that is. You know, I've been meaning to play this game again. Oh, I need to change some fucking settings for it first. Game, did you just freeze on me? Animation frame rate. Give me 144 because I'm playing on a 144 monitor. Perfect. What's your favorite song in Smash Brothers currently? I'm gonna change around some buttons. What's the fucking? You know what? No, we'll be fine. Opinion on the Belmont characters in Smash. They're fine. No real notable issues to bring up, honestly. Why rep one DLC instead of the pair? Because Ogrepon's actually a fighter. Like, Ogrepon, she actually fights. And has lore where she has literally beaten people to death. There's no joke here. Like, Ogrepon canonically murdered the Loyal Three in a fit of rage. I wish Richter did more things differently from Simon, but otherwise they're fine. I think it's an interesting way to compromise between both characters. Instead of just making one a carbon copy of the other, they copy off of each other. What is my favorite song in Smash currently? You know, I've never really thought about it, honestly. And I assume you mean a remix and not just a song in general. Is Richter the second best designed Echo Fighter for that reason? I guess if I had to declare a second, probably. To be honest, there's such a gap between number 1 and number 2 that giving somebody a silver medal is basically hilarious. I could probably beat this entire game in one stream. Favorite remix, I guess mine is Treasure Trove Cove. It was already my favorite song from BK. It was made even better in Smash. Fuck. That's still a complicated question, honestly. Probably something from the Mega Man soundtrack, honestly. Well, that throws it. I don't want to throw it. Let's see, I forgot what the button to heal was. What's my favorite Brawl Fan 1 moveset? Don't have one. You know, it's strange that this game has a boss fight so early on because combat in this game is like very, very scarce. Is very much a platformer before it has any sort of notable combat in it. You have like a boss fight at the beginning, there's a boss fight at the end, and that's it. Oh right, I need to find the map before I can use it. Indignation, higher power gives you increased combat capabilities. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't really have one. I don't really watch Smash Moveset content. If you were to improve Olimar, would you change his smash attacks to be something else? I think the main thing that I would give Olimar is that I would give him like more actual hitboxes himself instead of everything being completely reliant on his Pikmin. Like, you can have the Pikmin still deal damage, but Olimar himself should not be completely reliant on them to do everything for him. He should have moves that just hit on his own. There. Because that is the main mobility mechanic that I am looking for before I can actually start fucking doing anything. But yeah, to answer your question, I'd probably make his smash attacks 2 parts. In where he's dealing damage and so are his Pikmin. If you're close enough, you both deal damage at the same time. Oh, fine. Now I can actually start schmoving. Perfect. Change him from the ground up. He's unique, but not fun to play. I don't think you need to change Olimar from the ground up to make him work properly. That is my personal opinion. Crouch button again? There was a crouch button for this. That's just free camera. Hello, Joe. I am the goater, yes. Playing the game that you never finished. Also can't hear because of work at the moment. That's fine. Who's my favorite Darkstalkers character? Considering my channel's name is Felicia Fan, I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. I really hate Olimar. I'd remove him if I could. How would you make him fun to watch? I think the main thing you need to do with Olimar is make him more position-based. Like, actually based around area control and not just throwing things like a... Can't say that on YouTube. That's throwing things around like a spaz. Would you change his aerials to be 2-hit attacks? I don't know if I make them 2-hit attacks. It's a shame that the Pikmin can't, like, move on their own. Because I think the idea would be Olimar attacks in tandem with the Pikmin. Opinion on Tulin and Minoru in Animal Crossing. Wait, that's a thing? That's news to me. When the hell did that happen? What do I mean by positioning? Like footsies? In a way, I'm more referring to like positional zoning. Like cut off areas of the stage by leaving like a Pikmin in a spot. Take notes from Rosalina is probably the best way to put it. They announced a Switch 2 version earlier today. A fairly random announcement to just make it on a fucking... on a Thursday morning. Read a book about a little thimble that goes on a big adventure. We hope he has a good time. Well, I'll at least say good. I feel like Animal Crossing was a game that could have definitely used the Switch 2 version. I'm definitely gonna try and get Minoru on my island. Though I do wish they'd bring back some of the other Nintendo crossover characters, like Ganon. Alright, now we have Sungreaves. At the very least, I agree with your argument on making it more control-based. I think your ideas for Olimar are a bit different from mine, but I think I understand where you're coming from. To be completely honest with you, I don't know as much about the Pikmin series as a lot of people. So while I do value that you value my opinion, you're probably better suited for knowing what Olimar needs than me. I have played various games in the Pikmin series. But, I'm not, like, a veteran of the series or anything like that. I've only played 3 and some of 2. I should get 4. I wonder if that's going to get a Switch 2 version as well. I have seen the trailer for Repo. I don't know anything about the new monsters, so I'm trying to keep that a secret for now. But, I'm excited to play that later today. And I'm excited to play that tomorrow, too, for the Halloween stream. That will be very fun. Shit. What do I think of Tulin in Smash? I think that'd be a very boring choice. Especially compared to a lot of the other potential characters you could get out of the Zelda series right now. I need to remember where the fuck I'm going. Where's the start? Ow. Oh, this is the map room. D-pad up and down. Oh yeah, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about Noah and Mio. I really should do their videos sooner rather than later. Their footage is taking up a lot of space on my fucking hard drives. Like, it's like over 300 gigs worth of footage, at least. Did I hear about the Shantae 7 teaser announcement? I did. It was shown off in my Discord, I believe yesterday sometime. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that that series is somehow still going. That's why I feel like they're done with it for a while. They somehow announce another game. Shit. Yeah, over 300 gigs. And hello, Isaac. Fuck. Oh, that looked like it was above. Other way, please. Oh, I can't break that. Wait, yes I can. Oh shit. Strike break. Considering how well designed the current Xenoblade characters in Smash are, I'd like to see more of them. I think you're pretty guaranteed to see more of them. What direction they're going to go with it, I don't know. I think that considering the whole team-up strategy and the Ouroboros stuff, I think it'd be kind of stupid if it's just one character. I feel like that'd be a natural extension of the way that the Xenoblade characters have been going. You know, Shulk's his own character. Pyra and Mithra are a team, but they are basically just stat swaps of each other. Now, how about a team of two actual characters? Actually different characters. I can right now. No, I do think the Xenoblade characters are designed well in Smash. do anything in here right now. I know very little of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, so I don't know what to expect. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has very specific like team up mechanics compared to Xenoblades 1 and 2 that I definitely think should be utilized. Hell, while you're at it, at Elma too. Because Xenoblade Chronicles X did get a definitive edition on the Switch. And there's also enough unique stuff with Elma that you could definitely make her own character. I prefer crossover Elma simply due to the much higher moveset potential. I mean, that's fair, but you're still limiting, even in Xenoblade Chronicles X, you limit yourself to like one playstyle to begin with. And Elma's playstyle is already so unique compared to a lot of the other Xenoblade protagonists as it is. That and dual guns and dual swords is just a very unique gameplay style. Also, giant mechs help too. Come on, I've played some of X. I should probably revisit it at some point, but it didn't keep my interest like the mainline games did, unfortunately. That's because there's a lot of like forced downtime in X compared to the others. You're not allowed to do a main story mission until you do blank, blank, blank. Do this, this, this. Thanks. Can I please just play the game the way I want to play it? I mean, it probably would just be a final smash. I mean, it'd either be that, or it'd be like what they did with Seed and Zenless Zone Zero. Where essentially you get like a meter system that you can like build up, and when you fill it, you can like call in a mech for specific attacks. get last the main platforming items I'm gonna need. I don't know if I can do this yet. I'm gonna try. No, I'm gonna need something else first. I couldn't tell you how it would work either. I'd probably need to revisit X before I give my opinion. I haven't beaten X all the way through either. Like, it's a notably long game. Oh, I can't even go in through here because I don't have the item to get in there. Yay! Figure out how to get to the underbelly. Where to find a key so I can get through that one door to take me to the underbelly. I'm doing alright, Ethan. I hope you're doing alright. What archetype would you give 2B? I was thinking a mixture of Rushdown and Footsies. Yeah, that probably works. Oh, there's sight. Forgot about that. That's what I'm looking for. Whoa, girl. Oh, too far. Shit. No, I think the next Smash should have a fighter from a mobile game. I don't know. Request stop that. I don't know who, but the mobile game industry has grown a lot, and I feel like now is the time. Well, you have Yuden from Dragalia Lost, if you really need a character. And that is a Nintendo character. Your Nintendo mobile representative. Why'd I do that? No! Yeah, if Dragalia Lost isn't what you're looking for, maybe you can pick one of the, I don't know, many like 6 out of 10 character designs they've been adding to uh that the Fire Emblem mobile game. Ow. Fuck shit. Who's after Knuckles? You'll have to wait and see. Always so eager to figure out who's next. You don't really appreciate who's there to begin with. That's the way to the underbelly, but I can't get through there yet. No, it is Ogre Pond. Do I have any interest in doing a moveset for Hollow Knight? I'm doing Hornet first. But yes. Fuck. I mean, yeah, it ended service, but just wait until they make another one. I got stuff to do. I just want to say hi and support. Yeah, see you later, guys, later, and I hope you'll have a good rest of your day. Happy Halloween. See you later, Isaac. I will be streaming tomorrow. It'll be a much bigger stream than it is today. Alright, let's get one ability I need. Yeah, if you're here for the stream tomorrow. But if not, yeah, happy Halloween, man. So I'm pretty sure by the time I'm celebrating it, some of my audience is probably going to be already starting to set up for Christmas. Why did I do that? This is what I'm looking for. Sunsetter. There's always Fire Emblem heroes, and there's mainly a few to consider. Huron, Veronica, Loki. I have no idea who any of those characters are. Oh. I guess since I have this, I can just go to the underbelly now and make my way back to the tower to get the last major platforming piece, and then from there, start collecting all the major pieces. Is it roguelike or roguelite? I guess it depends on what you want the mode to be. You're probably looking for roguelike. Speaking of Risk of Rain, I'm both excited for and dreading the Alloy Collective DLC. Excited because it's new official content and looks amazing. Dreading it because mods will be down for a time. I'd be more dreading it because it's the Gearbox, but that's also a reason to dread too, I suppose. Regardless, explore a set of rooms with enemies a la Smash Run. Gain random upgrades abilities as you proceed. Floors get harder the longer you proceed. Big final boss at the end. Yeah, it's roguelike. No, that was the wrong button. Oh shit. Big final boss is trying to destroy all worlds, and the third character here is going to stop them. Anyone is the main character sort of deal. I'll probably bring back a bunch of bosses then. Ow. Fuck. The roguelike mode does feel like it naturally just fit into Smash. I don't know why they've never considered it before, honestly. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Either way, I'm not letting the fact this coming company owns a game I enjoy deter me from playing said game. And that's fine. It's just that their last DLC like broke the game for a long time. And they're still working to fix up all the mistakes that game made. Probably name it Tower Smash because I imagine a huge tower you're climbing through with the final boss at the top. You could probably come up with something better than that. That and the idea of like the tower that you pass through is kind of, in my opinion, kind of played out. It's been done a lot in fighting games. I think it'd be more interesting if it was like hopping between dimensions and stuff like that. Oh, that's too far. And with that, we have all the items we need. Now, what time is it right now? Christ, it's already 5:40, 10, 6. Although I do have to ask, since I don't know a thing about the topic, why do people hate Gearbox? Mainly because of Randy Pitchford. Randy Pitchford is a very big contributing factor. And for good reason. You know, I know they want you to do this a specific way, but I always just love using it like this. I forgot how fucking good this game's movement feels. Oh, when you get all the items, holy shit, you are just zooming. You know, now that people are making, like, actually updated models for Sybil, I probably should give her like a touch up at some point instead of just using the basic model from the game. Soul Cutter. Honestly, they've been going for like a few hours. I think I'm gonna call it here. I thank you all for coming out. I know again it's been a while since I've streamed, but I will be back tomorrow at probably 3 o'clock ish for the Halloween stream. I'll be doing my Kirby run. We're gonna do some repo multiplayer, maybe some other things in between. I can even finish this in between as well. Again, this is not a very long game. It'd probably take me like about another hour or so to beat this game in its entirety. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here for now. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for Halloween. Okay, bye. Have a good one.